It's early September in Scotland, and this little dipper is searching for its breakfast in the autumn sun. Dippers are a charismatic little bird, famed for their curious bobbing and their uniquely dense bone structure that allows them to dive under the rapids in search of food. They scour the riverbed for small invertebrates and insect larvae, although this one's picked up a decent-sized fish. It has to maneuver the fish without dropping it, so as to swallow it head first, which must be a tricky task without any hands to help. Dippers are a vulnerable species, as they require a fairly pristine environment, and as such can function as a biomarker for a stream's health. If the dippers are here, then that means the water must be fairly clean, and sufficient enough in nutrients to support invertebrate life. But there's a larger predator in these waters that's even more vulnerable, and until recently was forced out of these streams. But as the water quality around our cities has improved, they've begun to creep back into the rivers and lochs.
I'm here at a local park in Edinburgh this morning, by the Water of Leith, and behind me over here lives a truly elusive creature. Most of the time, the only sign they're here are a few ripples across the surface or some bubbles rising from below. But if you get down here early enough, and with a little luck, you might just catch a glimpse.
The easiest way to spot them is to watch for irregular ripples or tiny bubbles of air rising from the deep in a line, and if you follow these signs, they may just lead you to the owner. It's the European otter. They're incredibly shy and prefer to hunt in the early hours of the morning or through the night. Once widespread across the UK, their numbers dramatically declined through the 1950s and 70s due to agricultural poisons and pollution washing into the waterways. Luckily, much of the waterways in Scotland were less affected, and the population endured. Today the species is flourishing and returning to waterways all across the United Kingdom.
This particular otter is a female, and she's very well adapted for living in the freezing waters and flowing rapids. She has dense fur to keep her warm, and her webbed feet, a powerful tail and streamlined body propels her through the currents with ease.
She can even shut her ears and nose when diving to prevent water from getting in, which helps with the several hours of hunting she does every day. Though a formidable swimmer she is, and can dive down to 15 meters or so, she can only hold her breath for about 30 seconds, so she does regular short dives and returns to the surface to eat her catch. But this suits her just fine in the shallower streams of Edinburgh. It seems this stretch is fished out, and she's heading off downstream. She scours the waterways for fish, eels, amphibians, and even small water birds. But she won't just hunt prey in open water. Here she hunts by standing downstream in the rapids to prevent her scent and sediment from disturbing her prey. And she clears the area by sweeping from side to side, even digging up rocks, searching for hiding fish and crustaceans. Got one! Fish are an excellent source of fuel, high in protein and fats, but one won't do. She'll have to catch a few more. To keep herself healthy and warm, she must eat at least 1 kilogram of food every day. But this is no mean feat when you're hunting very small and very fast prey all by yourself. As the river health increases and the water becomes cleaner and more nutrient rich, more fish will spawn, making her life significantly easier. Otters are known to live in large family groups, up to a dozen or so, but this particular otter lives a mostly solitary life, it would seem. While the rivers here are stocked enough with fish to survive, they're not quite rich enough yet for large families. However, this otter is in fact a mother. Juvenile otters are known as cubs, and they start swimming at only 10 weeks old. Even then they're formidable swimmers, and rather curious, though perhaps too curious for Mum, who leads her cub away back to their den.
Though this otter has achieved a tremendous feat, making a home and raising young right within the city, there's much we can do to help her.
There have been multiple clean-up projects over the last 30 years, put forward by the local council and volunteers to clean up the River Leith, resulting in tons of household waste and pollution being removed from the waterways, which ultimately led to the return of fish and bird life, and then of course the otters. But plastic is an ever-present danger, and the river is still sadly regularly troubled with plastic that not only degrades the quality of the environment, but could easily kill a curious and naive otter cub.
We need to take responsibility for our waste and make sure that we dispose of it properly, even if it means holding on to it for a little while longer, to make sure that we keep these urban habitats as clean and healthy as possible for our wild neighbours.